Yo, what up, what up, what up? Live with ABFIVE on a Thursday. Usually it's Friday, but tomorrow I got a family event. Got the baby shower going tomorrow for my daughter. So we can't be tomorrow. Sorry. That's the first thing she said too. She was like, "Yeah, tomorrow you ain't doing nothing. Tomorrow you ain't got no live, nigga. You gonna be in the baby shower." So that's why I'm doing it today on Thursday. Family first, you know what I'm saying? And my daughter ain't playing no games. But, last week we had a good episode 11 with my boy Murder. Spoke about his gym, his barbershop. We had his brother here. We had, the homies in the house. But, this week we got my cuz for the money in the building. Oh, he's ready, guys. He's ready. He's ready now. Let's bring him in. He's ready. He's ready. Your man was doing. Yo. Nigga talking about he doing the hookah. Unbelievable. But that's my cuz, man. We gonna get into it. Oh yeah. Yo, what up? Yo, what up? Uh-oh. He got that caca Wi-Fi.
Nah.
Yo, you got that caca Wi-Fi?
I'm good.
Yo, you good now?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good. You froze up. You froze up for a minute. Yo, what up?
I was taking off the Wi-Fi because I was using the shit from Family Dollar downstairs. I'm Gucci though. What up?
Yo, where's the hookah, nigga? I want to see the hookah. There you go. This nigga's 11 minutes late because he was making hookah. Unbelievable.
Nah, actually, I was ready at 6 o'clock and you was an hour late. But we not even going.
Papi, I had to get the fit for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I had to get
you. Feel you.
Yo, what time you go? I know you gonna be there, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I work tomorrow though. I get out around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna shoot straight over there when I get out.
Yo, pull up smell. Yo, I want you to pull up smelling like work, nigga. Oh, you gonna go home and take a bath?
Nah, I got the showers at work, bro. That's the privilege of working in the
building.
Yeah, take a shower right at work.
Yo, we gonna get into your new job, but let's go to the beginning because I know you almost all my life. For those that know, this is my cuz. When I first met I got two baby mamas. My first baby mama was the love of my life at fucking 15 years old, and I had the pleasure to meet his family, and they took me in. I was a little nigga. This big nigga used to bully me, even though I'm older than him. But he used to, smack me around the football field. But we ain't gonna talk about that. So yeah, man. Like I know to y'all, he's for the money. To me, it's my man Chubbs. So it's my family. It's my cousin, bro. It's my cousin for life. So let's bring it back to when I met you. 193 Marion. Do I got it correct?
Yeah, 193rd Marion, yes sir.
193rd of Marion. Yo, your block was always lit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about growing up in the big house, up the hill.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, bro, and I see what you're doing, and I really like this. I tune into all the episodes while I'm working and shit. I don't miss one. Shout out to everybody that you already interviewed. Every one of the episodes for me was fire. The JP joint, the Paul Wing joint, I fuck with JP hard body. That's my dude. The Rags to Riches joint, I fuck with that too. Riches to Rags, whichever one, but I fuck with him too. The Jew joint was fire too. But shout out to everybody, that was on here so far. But I'm from Marion, man, 193rd, 2558, the big white house. Everybody knows me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm from. Everybody know I've been there for, you can say, my whole life. Moved from there, but I still go there. I still rep Marion, 193rd forever. That's my block.
Hell yeah. When I met you, that's the house I went to. That's like the first house I went to. And that's like your crib was like the special occasion, birthdays, New Year's, Thanksgiving.
My crib was also
always in your house.
Sorry to cut you off, but my crib was also the meetup point because if you went to Fordham Road, my crib always had parking up there, so everybody came to my crib when they was going to Fordham, and it was like it was so big that everybody was welcome. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they came through, It was always food. It was always, you know, hangouts, chilling. So the crib was like the meetup point when you ain't really have shit to do, or you know what I mean. You wanted to go to Fordham or something. Everybody will always
Yep.
pass through the crib and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was the
No,
bingo
no.
spot, and it was the, you know, loteria spot for the, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
for Mom
Yeah.
Dukes and them.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the shit for Mom Dukes and them, man.
Yo, and that was my next question, man. Let's get into your parents. First, let's talk about moms. Moms is the GOAT. You know, moms is the best. You know, everybody love moms.
Yeah, that's
You
a
know
fact.
what? Explain to the people how much of a mama's boy you are.
Oh, nah, I'm a huge mama's boy, bro. Huge mama's boy. The fact that not only am I a huge mama's boy, pretty much I want to say 100% of all the males, like meaning all the cousins in my family, are really mama's boys when it comes to my mom's, because like everybody, you know, she's thought out of everybody, but if y'all know, mommy was always the, you know what I'm saying, the one with the food, the sopa. Everybody will get smacked or be sick, and they had to get the sopa. Mommy was the spot where to go, so she raised all of them. You know what I'm saying? She put all my cousins.
Yeah, no, she definitely raised, bro. She raised all of us, bro. You know, and she's still here. She's still doing it. You know,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
you know. By the way, yo, your Wi-Fi is trash, nigga. I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know.
Nah, it's not.
Your shit is trash, bro. I could
Nah.
hear you, but you sound like Darth Vader. But we're gonna work through it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna work through it.
What about now?
Um,
I got
uh,
Verizon, my nigga. I got Verizon.
nigga, right now you got Verizon cocky, nigga.
Nah, can't be.
Turn up. Yo. So turn on the Wi-Fi. Turn it off. I don't know. Right now it's off or it's on.
Right now it's on. I
Oh,
just
all
turned it
right.
back on.
Yeah. But now we're gonna work through it. Don't worry about it. You know,
Let's
we're
get
gonna
it.
figure it
Let's
out.
get it.
But you know, so let's talk about Pops. You know, I know we lost him a while back, but I always saw the bond and the man that he made you. You know, tell me about Pops, bro. He was a funny motherfucker. I love that nigga. Every time he saw me, you know, he showed love and you know, explain to the people, you know, what you learned and what that man taught you. How to, you know, how to be a man.
Nah, Pop Dukes was the GOAT. This 29th of this month, he makes 21 years that he passed. But Pop Dukes was
Wow,
the GOAT. Ever since I
blessings,
was
man.
ever since I was 5 years old, I can remember going to work with him at the same spot where I'm still working at right now. And I'm 40, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the clinic my whole life, you could say. And Pops always gave me that hustle mentality. You know what I'm saying? That family and hustle mentality. That's the reason I grind for my family and I care so much for my kids. Because that's what Pop Duke showed me and showed my sister. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing less than that.
No, that's a
Everything was
beautiful
just
thing.
work. Everything was just family and work. You know what I'm saying? He had his little drinkings and habit and all that, but you know, never forgot about the family. Always took care of his family. He was the GOAT though. That was the GOAT.
And you know what? As a person that like me, you know, I grew up without a dad, so I didn't see, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't have I had the streets, you know, I had my role models in the street, but I didn't have anyone to show me, you know, the way he showed you about the grind. So, you know, that's why I show my kids now. You know what I'm saying? At one point, my daughter had 2, 3 jobs. You know, my son is still young, but he already know that he's grinding.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, because and it's not even about money. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, I want them to have a couple of bucks in their pocket, but you know, I show Kayla at a young age that, you know,
Responsibilities.
yeah, she was in,
That
yo, she was working at MSG till 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'll be nervous because she had to go get off on Freeman Street and walk home alone. But you know, she at a young age, you know, she learned that, you know what, I gotta bust my ass, and Then she went to Monty, you know what I'm saying? And now she's in now she's in Montefiore, and she's been there for about 3 or 4 years now. So it's a beautiful thing to show your kid. And since I didn't get it, that don't mean I can't show. And that's what I'm doing with my kids. You know what I'm saying?
You breaking it. You breaking a cycle. You breaking a cycle. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
what it's about.
You keeping it going, because I already know your kids is on the grind.
Yeah. That's what I show my kids, bro. I show my kids the same thing, bro. Like I always told them that it's not about what you're gonna get paid on Friday. It's about getting to work on time, keeping a job, not jumping from, oh, I worked in this place for a year and then I'm already looking for another job. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. I was in my last job for 16 years. I did almost 3 jobs for the last 16 years. You know what I'm saying? Which is the board of ed. I worked in the schools for 16 years. So I ain't like to jump from one job to the next. You know what I mean? That's not how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Growth. If there's growth at the place where you at, of course you want to, elevate and go higher. Or I started as, let's say you start as the janitor and then you become, you know what I'm saying, the president of the building or some shit like that. You feel me? So if there's growth there, you know what I'm saying, you always want growth, but you don't want to be that nigga that, oh, he worked here for a week, we had to fire him, and then you jump into another place. Nah, you don't want that. Your reputation, you want to keep your shit, you know what I mean, straight. You feel me?
That's what, and that's what, that's what, I'm glad Kayla is good at that. Kayla got promoted a couple of months ago to supervisor, so I ain't gonna take all the credit, but hey, she's doing her thing, man. She's doing her thing.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And but like you said, bro, R.I.P. to the GOAT, your pops.
Good looking, bro.
You mentioned your sister. We got to talk about Becky Love. What was that like? The two of you growing up together. Like obviously, the brother and sister bickering bullshit, but explain the love, the love between you two, being the only two that the only siblings.
It was never a brother and sister bond. It was always a brother and a brother sister, because my sister is my sister, but she's also my brother. Cause you know what I'm saying? Because when it came down to beef or niggas had a fight or something, she was always the one. You know what I mean? When it came to getting fly, when I was younger, and it came to getting fly, to this day I'm not ashamed to say it. There was shit that my sister used to cop, and I got the hand-me-downs from her. You feel me? And not saying I was wearing dresses and shit, and I know Young Thug and no gun and shit, but my sister always dressed fire. So all the shit that she put me on to a whole bunch of name brands that came out back in the days that I would have never even, you know what I'm saying? But my sister's to me, as now growing up, forget about it. That's my best friend, bro. That's somebody I could count on whenever I need her. You know what I mean? She's gonna be there regardless of whatever. But that bond was bond with her and my pops too. That bond was crazy. Forget about it. That's my everything right there. You feel me?
That's my from the beginning, bro. Like I remember when I had two views, bro. I had 3. I had like 3 views. It was Kayla, Becky, and my mom's. That's it. When I first started, bro, my first couple of episodes, like Becky was showing me mad love, man, and that's a beautiful thing.
She always show love, bro. She always show love.
Becky show love, but
another thing about Beck, I don't mean to shameless plug or nothing, but she just started a little company. You know what I mean? A little cooking joint she's doing, Bronx Sauce. So, you know what I'm saying? Whoever's following, whoever's listening, please go tap into that Bronx Sauce. You know what I'm saying? Place your orders, because she's just going crazy. Don't wait till she's out here in the trucks or in the restaurant for y'all to catch on. Start catching up now while she's in the kitchen in her crib doing her thing. Bronx Sauce. Follow the page, man. Follow the page.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kayla put it there. I reposted it. Yes, I reposted the other day. That's it. That's a good thing. Entrepreneur, baby. Entrepreneur.
That's a fact.
But so let's talk about the cousins, because that's how me and you met, because one of your cousins, Annette, is my first baby mama, and then you got 1,000 cousins. So let's talk about that, and on the weekends or parties or whatever, how all the cousins would get together and you know, that bond as well. You know, they like your brothers and your sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all grew up.
We lived in the same building on Morris Ave. As far as cousins, we didn't even know what that was back in the days for us, because 95% of the time they was in my crib or I was in their crib. You know what I'm saying? So it was always brothers and sisters. Like I said, my mom's was the I want to say the anchor. Whoever says different, they know they lying, because Mom Deuce was the anchor. When it came to all the cousins, Mommy either babysitted them, fed them, did everything for them. So Mommy, that's why everybody respects Mommy and treats Mommy like that, because Mommy was the anchor of it. You know what I'm saying? And Tita Wilda to my mom's is like, forget about it. She got brothers and sisters, but they was like, you know, inseparable. So imagine how we were with, you know, with her kids. That's, like I said, brothers and sisters. There was no, oh, that's my younger cousin or my older, nah, that's my little brother, that's my older sister. You know what I'm saying? It was always like that. Like, it was always a family connection shit, you know what I mean, with us. Always. That's how we was all raised. Even when they moved out, when we moved out and they moved out of Morris, it always stood like that. You know what I'm saying? Every Saturday, Mommy's linking up with Tita Wilda, and you know what I'm saying? Family is still family. You know what I'm saying? We still brothers and sisters, regardless of anything. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact, bro. And to this day, you know what I'm saying? To this day, is real shit. But I'm gonna ask a very selfish question, and you're probably not gonna answer it, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? You gotta give me one.
Out of what?
Out of the girls, I can name names if you want. You ready?
Now, I mean, as far as all my cousins, or as far as just Tita Wilda's kids?
Tita, yeah, give me her kids. Who's your favorite?
Oh, nah, Tita Wilda kids. I mean, it's tricky, because little Eddie to me is like my little brother, but it's also, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta give me one. You gotta give me one. If it's Eddie, it's Eddie. It's all right.
I'm gonna give you a boy and a girl. Like, I'm gonna give you Lil Ed.
Give me a boy and a girl.
I'm gonna give you Lil Ed, and I'm gonna give you Gracie.
Ooh, and that gonna be tight.
Yeah, I mean, bro. Like I said, it's different. It's different bonds, bro. It's different bonds. But me and Gracie, we literally 6 days apart. So me and Gracie grew up together.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep. Yep.
My birthday's November 20th. Hers is the 26th.
Oh, y'all shared a lot of cakes.
she gotta respect me for 6 days, type shit. I'm older than her for 6 days.
Yeah, I know the vibe.
When I hit 41, she gotta respect me for them 6 days, type shit.
I know the vibe.
And then little Ed was one that I took under the wing, but not on some son shit. Little Ed was always like my little brother, like the brother I never had. You know what I mean? Me and Ed experienced so much shit together, and I seen Ed do so much before he even became what he is now, that to me, that's my heart. That's the brother I never had, that I wish my mom's physically would have gave birth to him, but it's like she did. Like I told you, goes all back to that. Like, Mommy raised little Eddie too. You know what I'm saying? So for me, little Ed and Grace, we was like this. But even Vanessa, we understand, Ad, Joey and Annette is more Becky's era. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to me, you know, Gracie, Vanessa, little. So that's
you couldn't hang out with the older ones. You couldn't hang out with them.
So I don't even want to say Ed and Gracie only. Like Vanessa too. Like them three is like closer to me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, Becky and that's Annette and Joey. That's Becky era. Them niggas grew up with each other. They their favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But so let's talk about when you took over the what was it like when you took over the man of the house role? Because I remember, you know, it was sad. You know, we mentioned you know, your pops, but when you took over, you know, how old were you when you had to become the man of the house?
All right, so as far as like when I hit, mind you, like I said, I was working at the clinic already at a young age. But when I was like 13, 14, I already was managing the clinic. My pops already had started getting sick. You know what I'm saying? But I thank God that he prepared me in those years, and it wasn't something that just happened from today to tomorrow that my pops passed away. It was something like that. Me, my moms, and my sister, we kind of like started building ourselves for what if, you know what I'm saying, he passes away, you know what I'm saying? So we kind of build ourselves up. But again, when my pops passed away, I was 18 years old. But I already had like my daughter. My daughter's 23, my oldest daughter. So I was already like kind of a father figure when it comes to, you know what I'm saying? But as far as taking care of the crib, even when my pops was alive, I was the man of the house. Because my pops couldn't really do center what he used to do.
I feel you.
How, you know how they say,
So
once
even though obviously it sucked and it was sad,
yeah,
but it was a beautiful transition.
it was a beautiful transition. And bro, I'm gonna tell you this straight up, and I don't know how it's gonna sound to people, but when my pops passed away, I cried, of course, because it hurt, right? But I did everything for my pops when he was here. When he was physically here, I did everything for him. It was nothing that was left over that I was like, damn, when he passed, like, I wish I could have this. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have this. I did everything for him while he was here. My pop suffered from kidney failure. So he was getting dialysis towards the ending of, you know, of him being alive. He was getting dialysis. And you know how they say, once a man and twice a kid, a baby? You know how you born a baby, you grow up to be a man, and then you end up going right back down. You start losing everything that you could do, and you become a baby again. As the older you get, you become a baby again. It was times where my pops would come home from dialysis, and I was carrying him from the dialysis truck all the way upstairs to his bedroom, changing his PJs, cooking for him, making sure he had. So it was like we had conversations and we had everything that I never. When we was at the funeral, just like his body was there. Like it wasn't like I was hysterical, going crazy. Like, oh, when people do that, bro, it's because you didn't have the chance to tell the person and you feel a lot of regret and all that. I thank God, bro, that he gave me that opportunity to do all of these things for my pops while he was here. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me, but like I said, I kept a lot of the shit that he taught me. I kept it. So it's like, he's gone, but I still feel him every breath, and every time I wake up in the morning and I don't want to go to work, he's that person that be like, yo, let's go. Levántate, you feel me? So it's like he's still here, but I became a man in my crib, like I said, before my pops passed. But officially, rest in peace, June 29th, 2000. That's when I officially, 2001, I officially became a man in my house, bro.
No. That's a yo. And you know what? A lot of, like you said, a lot of people don't have that because God forbid your parent gets shot, hit by a fucking bus, you know, whatever. That's all of a sudden. So like you said, that's why most people go hysterical because you're not ready. But, you know, even though it's sad, but like I said, the preparation and the way that
helped.
passed.
Exactly. It helped.
Hell yeah.
And I do the same thing with my moms. My mom's lives with me to this day. My mom's done wanted to go to get her own apartment in one of those old people buildings. She done said, oh, you should just put me in one of these places and, you know, live your life with it. I don't believe in that. I'm Hispanic. I mean, I don't know if anybody else believes in that, but I'm the home for Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? If there's somebody that's going to take care of her, home attendant wise or whatever, it's me and my sister and my kids now. Like, I'm not going to shove my mom's into a spot where she don't have nobody around her 24/7 or none of that shit. Nah, my mom's is going to live with me until, God forbid, till the day comes for her too. She's going to still be with me. You feel me?
Nah, that's real. And you know what's crazy? My mom's always tell me, don't put me in one of those places. Like that's her nightmare. And I'm like, yo, ma, you ain't going to no fucking home. You staying. Even if I gotta put you in the fucking closet, you not leaving the crib. You gonna be in the closet, but you ain't going to no fucking old folks home.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Ab. If there's only one thing in this world that I would have wanted my pops to see before his transition, would have just been to see the man that my son is becoming. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that my son is, like the way my son's being like growing up, it's like following my footsteps, the heart that he got with his family and the, you know what I mean? The only thing that my son's different is that my son is not a workaholic. My son is a schoolaholic. Like my son's about to graduate high school. He's getting all these awards and he's doing all of these things that I never even had a chance to do. Because at a young age, I always thought about, I was 15 years old, 14 years old, already getting paid $400, right? So I figured, why the fuck I'm going to go to school for if when I graduate school, I'm going to go get a job? I already got a job. So I skipped school. You understand what I'm saying? Which was the worst mistake. The other day, me and you spoke, and I told you I was a fool. The minute me and you started talking, I'm a fool. No high school diploma, no GED. You know what I'm saying? And those are the things right there that I see my son doing, and I wish my pops was here to be like, yo, giving me my props, which I know he's giving me my props now, but I wish physically he was here to see that man grow up to be what he's becoming, bro. That's the only thing that I wish my pops would have ever got to see, bro.
No, but you know what? I don't know what the afterlife is, but you know, I guarantee you, bro, they have to be watching. They have to be watching, bro.
Bro, I feel him. Like I told you, I feel him every morning, bro. When I wake up and I'm like, yo, today I'm gonna call out. Today I feel like I don't want to go to work. I don't feel it. I feel like every morning, bro, he's the strength. He's the person that's waking me up, man. Because he had no quit in him. No quit. Like I told you, he suffered from kidney failure. He was getting dialysis. He was still going to work with me. He was still putting in the, you know what I mean? In his condition that he was.
No, that's
never wanted nobody to
thing.
baby him. That home attendant didn't exist with my pops. That home attendant shit, that shit didn't exist with him. He didn't want nobody to take care of him. He was doing his thing himself. You feel me? If that's the only thing I wish I could have got to see was the way my pops would have been with my son. That's it.
No, that's a beautiful thing, bro. Beautiful thing. But Becky joined. Yo, Becky, you missed your session. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to watch it back on YouTube.
Yeah, facts. You missed your little segment, your little shout out and all that. Yeah,
you had a whole segment, Becky. Sorry.
Word up.
But it'll be on YouTube later, so don't worry about it.
That's a fact.
All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to the MVP. The MVP. I'm gonna say it one more time. Wifey, the woman that's been in your corner since I don't know what age, but
11.
You know, we gotta give Wifey her props for dealing with you for over 20 years. What's up?
That's a fact. I met my girl when I was 11 years old, bro. We've been
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a fact. I was 11. She was 12. We've been together ever since, bro.
That's fire. I didn't know that.
That was my first, second, and only love. That's it.
Get the fuck out of here.
You heard?
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Since we was 11.
Nigga said my first, second, and third love.
No, my first, second, and everything. Third ain't even come. That's it. She was like, yo, I'm going to give you the kids you want.
Oh, okay.
That's it. You staying here, you're not going nowhere. But Wifey the backbone of everything. You know what I mean? Shouts out to her. She's the backbone of everything.
Yo, the funny shit is when you start. Oh no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I don't want to skip nothing. So let's talk about. We already spoke about your son. I had a whole segment about kids, but we already spoke about your son. So let's talk about your daughter and the good things that what's going on with her.
Well, my oldest daughter Julia just got married. Shout out to her and her husband. She's 23, and then my youngest daughter is 15. That's Nika. She's in high school. She's in 11th grade right now. But them two right there is totally different than my son. Them two is more sound. They more Mama Duke type. You know what I mean? They quiet. They don't really bother. They just want to make their money and just chill. Like my daughter just want to work and just chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Please don't be mad at me. I had no idea there was another 15-year-old. I don't have no idea who that is.
Huh?
I thought it was only the two big ones. I didn't know there was a third one.
Nah, Jillian's my youngest. Jillian's the little one. Neka. You good, bro?
I don't think I met her before.
You're lying. You're
I
lying.
don't think I've met her before.
Of course. The thing is that you met
Yo,
Neka,
I
but
swear to God, bro.
you met Neka, but you never met Neka because Neka's like that. She'll go to parties and she's in the cut with Saibi and she won't. Nobody will know she's there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's always on the low. She's, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Her and Olivia is
okay.
like,
So she's a ninja. She's a ninja.
yeah. Her and Olivia is like right there. They like the two close ones. They like me and Gracie when we was growing up type shit. Like they right there.
They could have been a Family Feud question. How many kids Chubbs got? I would have been like 2. I had no idea those 3.
Nah, Neka's the little one. Yeah, Neka's the little one.
But since Gil is here, let's give props to your hood and all the I'm not gonna name all of them. There's too many of them niggas. But let's show love to your whole hood, and because I remember going to hang out with you, and your hood was tight, and
Yeah.
explain that love that y'all had over there.
Again, like the brothers on my block is like literally we all like brothers, bro. Like I know a lot of people say, yo, big bro, and this is my brother, but like these are dudes that I could really count on, like Gil and Anthony, Elvis, Ito. Like I don't want to leave out, but my nigga Joel, like all of these are like people that I could call when I'm down, not money wise or not when I'm down. Like, yo, Mom Dukes ain't doing good, or I'm in the hospital, and these people is front line, like right there for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, them niggas is like the brothers that I never had. I ain't got no brothers. I only got Beck. But when it comes to brothers, like little Eddie's in there, Joey's in there, Danny's in there, like, Gil, Anthony, Ito, Elvis, like those are the, you know what I'm saying? And we always on that block, it was not too many buildings on that block. It was only like 2 buildings, and then it was like my house. So on Marion, it's like not too many people. It's not like you go to a block and you see 7, 8 buildings on that one block. You know what I'm saying? From 193rd and Marion to Fordham Road, it's only 3 buildings. Everything else is houses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as a crew, like for the money, like the clique, all of us, those are all my brothers, bro. I could call each and every one of them separately. Like, yo, I need you to do this for me if you can. I need help here if you can. I need this. And without hesitation, any one of those people I mentioned, they're going to be there for me, regardless.
And that's
likewise.
And that's why I wanted to give them their love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to give them their flowers. Exactly. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. Whoever
Yo, Charles, I'm getting good at this shit, bro. I already know where to go. I know where to go.
That's a fact. Yo, it takes work and experiences, bro. I told you that in the beginning. You're gonna be in no time. You know what I'm saying? In no time. Your shit. Every episode, like I told you, every episode is little by little is growing, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know what those guys mean to you, so I just wanted to give them their love. You know what I'm saying? But
I appreciate that.
No doubt. And my man Gil is here. He's always tuning into my episodes too. So I want to give him some love for always tuning in. You know what I mean?
Even though he's supposed to be working, so I don't know how he's doing it, but we're not gonna get into that.
But let's talk about I know it probably hurt you and it broke your heart when they sold that house and you had to get the hell out of there. What was that separation like? Did you give a fuck? Did you cry? Like, what was that about?
I kind of thank God for that opportunity. That was like the best thing that ever happened to me in life. If I would have stood on Marion in that house, the way I was comfortable, I would have never accomplished anything that I accomplished till now. Like the minute that I left the block, don't get me wrong, memories and the comfortability and everybody coming over and chilling, and I miss all of those things, you know what I'm saying? But I had already had kids when it was time for us to leave that house, you know what I'm saying? And till this day, we could have fought. legally, because the person that owned that house with my father was real, like this close, that I know if we would have dug deep into like wills and stuff like that, that house was left to my pops and his children, even though it wasn't our house. But there was never a negotiation where, oh, just rent to own. You know what I'm saying? It was always my pops take care of the other place where he worked at. He'll get paid for it, and we pay rent at the house. But that house was going to be ours forever. But again, I thank God for getting me out of that. Because the minute that I moved from that house, whatever money, they gave us money to leave the crib because they couldn't get us out regularly. Like the person that got us out, which was the guy's son that owned it, he knew in his heart that he was doing us in a dirty way. You know what I'm saying? So he gave us money to get out of there. We was able to get money to get out of there. You know what I mean? And another thing was, I don't mean to jump back and forth, but the person that owned that house, his name was Mr. K. That was my father's, like, he took my pops used to be a chef. And he brought my pops to manage the clinic. You know what I'm saying? And secretly, without my pops knowing, he loved my pops so much that while my pops was working for him, when he would pay my pops, a portion of that money he was stashing into a savings account for my pops that my pops never knew about. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's dope.
When my pops was sick, like really, really, we already knew it was from there. He pulled out and was like, listen, this is what I had saved for you. When you 18, this money is going to go to you. You know what I'm saying? Your pops and me and my pops had a chance to have a conversation about the money that was saved for him. You know what I'm saying? My move with that money was I wasn't entitled to that money. The person that was entitled to that money was my mom's. So with that money, we was able to get the hole where my father's at. We was able to pay for his funeral. We was able to pay for the cemetery plot, whatever you call it. We was able to do all of that stuff for my pops. You know what I'm saying? Even though we, like I said, we was already building ourselves up to it happening, that money right there helped us out so much. But then when it came down to the house, to us leaving the house, as soon as I left the house, bro, and I moved to my new apartment, we went from a house to an apartment. I got a car. I was able to move my kids around. Now we could go places. Before it was just fill up an air pool, you know what I'm saying, in the back of the yard, pull out the grill, throw a hose on, and we was chilling in the back of the yard. That's where all the summers was spent, in the back of the yard.
Yep.
Now, when I moved to this apartment, you can't do that on the fire escape. You can't do that in front of the building. No. So now I got to get wheels. Now I got to move around. Now I'm taking my kids upstate to the parks. Now we moving around. Now, before in the house, I would always be in the attic. It was a 4-floor house. I was always in the attic burning trees and smoking. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that no more because now we in a 1-floor, 3-bedroom apartment. So if I'm smoking here, the weed's going into my kids' room. You know what I'm saying? So it built a bond closer with us. Now I'm closer with my kids. Now I'm closer with my wife. I'm closer with my mom. Before I used to just run upstairs to the attic and spend, I want to say 95% of my time I was upstairs blowing trees by myself with my friends and shit. Like I wasn't really close to my family. That's why I say it was a blessing in disguise, if you want to put it at that, when I got out that house.
No,
but
I
don't know if you could see, bro, but I still carry it with me, man. That's the house where I grew up at. That was my first tattoo I ever done, bro. This tattoo.
Get the fuck out of here. That's fire.
That's 2558 Marion. 109th 3rd and Marion. That was my first tattoo I ever got. That's the house where I grew up at.
That's dope.
That shit is forever with me, bro.
No, that's dope, bro. Wow. Yo, I asked some good ass questions. Damn.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
I'm
good one.
I'm impressed with myself.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a good one.
But that's a blessing, bro. And I just want to let you know, man, that house is dope, bro. It's a dope fucking house. I got good memories.
Everybody got. Imagine, Ab, you only came to the house once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine the people that would come to the crib all the time. So many memories. We had a mailbox in the front of my house. It was a old school, one of them green mailboxes. And to this day, we say, yo, imagine if that mailbox had a camera. Ooh. And we could have captured all of the memories that we had on that yellow brick road, my nigga.
Yeah,
We could have made movies with that, bro. So many memories, man. That shit was the meetup point. That shit was the meetup point.
no, that was dope, man. But so like you said, you had a. There's one thing I'm gonna let the people know that when you moved to the apartment, what you did impressed the shit out of me. So let me let the people know what you did. So like he said, he had to move to the apartment, but we were. I think it was our first your first Thanksgiving in that apartment or Christmas. I don't know what it was, but there was food and there was company, and you know you made a speech and your mom's like was crying and shit because what this man told his moms in front of everybody was, moms, I got you. You ain't got to work. You ain't got to do nothing. I'm taking over from here. And that was some dope shit, bro, that you told your moms in front of everybody, I got you. You ain't going nowhere. This is where you're going to be. This is where you're going to die or whatever. But this is where I take over because you did so much for me that now it's my turn. And I just want to let you know that was some real shit, bro. And I was there. This is not a story. This is not a story that I heard. I was there and I seen this with my own eyes, and it was some real shit, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how I feel for my moms. That's how I feel for my sister. Like that's how I feel for all of my family, bro. When I say family, like I have my families, which you mentioned, all the cousins and everything like that. But my family for me is the people who's on that wall. If I don't know if you can see my Scrabble wall, I did this on purpose so you can look at the Scrabble wall. Those are my kids. That's my niece, my wife, my mom's family, love forever. So it's like those people right there, those 8 people, which is another tattoo that I got, 8, because those 8 people is like what I really consider as my family, and for them, I'll do whatever I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Which my dream is to not have none of them working. But
yeah, that's real,
we'll
bro.
get to that. We'll get to that.
Nah, that's dope. That's a blessing, bro. But good job, bro. Because you're making. I guarantee you, man, you're making Dad proud. But let's talk about because me and you had we had many conversations. Now that we older, when we talk, and a lot that I learned now as I'm getting older is when you have conversations with people, and when you're talking when you're talking to people that matter, right? And you have to make sure that you're not wasting your time talking to fucking niggas about buffoonery bullshit. Like those days are over. The 20s, your whole teenage and 20s, that's for you to hang out in the corner. That's for you to smoke weed. That's for you to do all that dumb shit. And what I like about you, and I got a couple of friends, and me and my boy Frank, we do it. Me and you, we do it. That when we conversate, right? The conversations that me and you have, it's about progress, it's about family
and growth.
You called me before you got your current job. You called me and you was like, "Yo, what can you do for me at your job?" And I gave you the information, and you was like, "I'll let you know." And then, like a month later, you got blessed with the job you have now because you was working. You mentioned earlier you was working like 2 or 3 jobs because it was pretty much a lot. It was like 3 part-times, and you was just trying to, So explain to the people how you had to juggle and make it work with what the opportunities that you had.
Well, the Board of Education job was a great job for me because, again, when I went into that job, I wasn't thinking about what I was going to get paid. I was thinking about now I have a job where I could secure a pension. I also have benefits that I could put my family under. You know what I'm saying? So that was always like a beneficial job for that. As far as money-wise, they weren't paying nothing close to what I figured they would be paying, right? So I always had to keep something on the side. The clinic was something that I had, like I told you, since I was like 5 years old. I've been working at the clinic. I'm still at the clinic to this day. But the clinic was a job where I would take that money and say, you know what? I'm not even touching this. Every week, those checks go to the side. That's how I'm going to pay my rent with the clinic. The clinic is just rent money. Let's not even look at that. That don't go into the budget. The school was benefits. That's how I'm gonna have medical benefits, dental plan, all of that stuff for my kids. You know what I'm saying? And then all the other jobs, which was I worked at a pharmacy for about 5 years. The pharmacy was a job where whatever I bring in from there will take care of my car payment. Will take care of little things that I wanted to spend money on. I could spend that money on whatever I wanted to spend it on. You know what I'm saying? And then I worked at Optimum. Shout out to Joey for giving me the opportunity. My last job was working at Optimum. I worked with Optimum for maybe like 3 years, which was like, you know, cool as shit. But I had to juggle all of these jobs to make it seem like I had one job, because you couldn't get the money from that one job, which was the school, which I would have wished. My plans were to get into the school, get my feet wet, and then jump straight into the custodian position, which that never came about. You know what I mean? A lot of politics and shit when you're dealing with the school. And 1 or 2 fumbles, you know what I'm saying, that I did myself. Shout out to Harry, who, you know what I'm saying, passed me the torch and I passed me the ball and I fumbled it. You know what I mean? I would have definitely been in another place if I would have took that opportunity. And shout out to Anthony again, that also passed me the ball again, and I fumbled that shit again too. That's the reason why I had to work these 3-4 jobs just to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? And combine everything into, let's say, one job. You know what I mean?
No, but you know what? You know what? The sacrifice and the commitment is what makes you, you know what I'm saying, is what gives you the fucking cojones. Because I've done more than one job. That shit sucks. But
definitely does.
But you know what it does? Because I had the shirt I'm wearing now is I've been here for 12 years, right? But I always had hustles, and to get home from this job at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Take a 3-hour nap to go to Chase, because I was working at Chase. I'm not even gonna mention all the part-time jobs I had. It was a lot, but the latest one was Chase. So I sleep 3 hours, jump in the shower, drink a coffee or something to wake me up, and be there from fucking 10 to 6 to get on the train and be back in this motherfucker. So I definitely know what that shit feels like.
Yeah.
But you know what it does? I hope, right, that it shows, and maybe that's where Kayla got it from. Maybe Kayla look at me like, damn.
Yeah, if he could do it, I could do it.
3 jobs, because she ended up doing the same fucking thing. And I'm like, yo, I think she got that shit from me.
She probably looked at it like, yo, I can't complain because my pops did it. Like, how can I complain about it? Pop Dukes did it. Like, how could? My shit, the thing with my 3 jobs was that I was fortunate, and I thank God that it all lined up during the daytime. So I would work in the school from 7 in the morning to 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I would change in my car and I would go work for Optimum till about 7, 8. And then I would go to the dentist's office. The dentist's office, I always been like, what can I say, like the super or the manager of the building when it comes to like opening, closing. So I have the key at all times. So I could go do that at whatever time I want. You know what I'm saying? So I would be home by like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you know, depending on how I set my day up. But it still took a toll because you got to deal with the people that you deal in your first job. Then you got to deal with people in your second job. Then you got to deal with people in your night. So that's the thing that took a toll on you. Mad different personalities, and it was just crazy, bro. It was just crazy. All of that.
You know what? You know what? You made it through.
Yeah,
so now the job that you have now, that's one job, and that's what you're doing now, just one.
Well, now I thank God I got this opportunity. Shout out to my brother-in-law Ito and Danny, my other brother-in-law. They plugged me in with the porter position. So I'm a porter now at a building in Manhattan, and my schedule there is from 2:30 to 11. So I had to think about, you know, what jobs I was gonna leave or what I was gonna, you know what I'm saying? So I took a 3-month leave of absence from the school. The cable, I wrote them an email or whatever and let them know that I wasn't gonna do that anymore. You know what I mean? And I left it in good terms. You always want to leave your job with a 2 weeks notice or a good term. You just don't want to turn your back on them, because then if you ever need to go back, they could be like, yo, you know, we could hire him again type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I took a leave of absence from the school until I became permanent, passed probation, and got into it. So the school job was DC 37. So I retired from, not retired, I resigned from there. But I was already vested 16 years into my pension. So that's already secured. Now the new job, I work for 32 BJ now. So now this is a brand new union. You know what I'm saying? And the pay gave me the opportunity to think and be like, yo, I could leave these other jobs. You know what I'm saying? I could leave these other jobs and still be okay. Again, the clinic is still there. Like I said, the clinic has always been the rent payer. Like the clinic is the place where the rent is getting paid from the clinic. I'm never gonna leave that job until the place either sells out or they close down or whatever. But the clinic was always that place where, bang, you know what I'm saying? I always had my rent paid. Whatever I did with this money, I know that the rent was going to be paid with the clinic. So I still do the clinic. Shout out to my son. My son does the clinic 3 days a week. I do it 2 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So he
that
goes
clinic,
after
yo,
school.
that clinic has been around since I remember.
And
That's crazy.
it employed everybody.
Yeah.
See, the thing was this too. Going back to my pops, the thing was this too. My house was the type of house that you would go there and it was so much space that, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I'm going to use Little Eddie, right? Little Eddie would come to my crib because there was space for him, right? He would be free, meaning space-wise, right? But you're not going to live under that roof if you're not doing something. Point blank, period. That's how my pops and my moms had it set. So when Little Eddie stood in my crib, he worked at the clinic.
Yeah.
When Joey worked at the clinic, Becky worked at the clinic. Ito, my brother-in-law, who moved into my crib when me and Saibi first got together, Ito also moved into my crib because it was mass space. The attic was for him. You know what I'm saying? He moved in there. But Ito worked in the clinic. You know what I'm saying? It was like if you lived in the crib, you could live there. Mommy didn't mind. But you had to do something. You wasn't gonna sleep all day long while everybody else was going to work, and then we come home and you waking up at 6 o'clock like, oh no, that wasn't happening. Even Gracie lived in the house, and Gracie would go to school. Gracie would do her thing and come home, and Gracie even had to work. Everybody passed through that clinic. When I mean everybody, my brother-in-laws, my cousins, everybody stepped foot in that clinic. Everybody did something. Mommy wasn't having that shit. You had to do something.
Yeah, that's love, man. But all right. So we went through all the family, all the work. Now let's get into the fun stuff. So let's talk about where did the For the Money brand come from? Obviously that's your hood, but where did you start the t-shirts and the hats and the jackets and all? Where did that idea come from?
So like in 2000, I want to say like 2009, right? The name For the Money came from my PlayStation when I had the PS1 or the PS2. You know how you had to make like your gamer tag and shit. So shout out to my brother-in-law Nicky Loso. You know, we came up with For the Money. That was the name of my gamer tag, right? So like in 2013, I wanted to do clothing. Like I wanted to do like hats and shirts and shit. So I never wanted to be, it's not for them money, right? Because I always thought if you have something that's your block's name, like people's not going to want to rock that if they don't live on your block. Regardless of what anybody will say, oh, I'll support you, or whatever. No, it's not going to happen. Like if I lived on the Grand Concourse and I made a brand called Grand Concourse, if you lived on West Farms, you wasn't going to be, you'll rock a Grand Concourse shirt just to support and show me love. But you're not gonna be like, oh, what's that brand? Oh, Grand Concourse. Yeah, I fuck with them. No, it wasn't gonna happen. Yeah. So when we got into when we started doing the hat shit and the shirt shit, we kind of Nikki kind of put the idea and we kind of spoke about it, and it was like, let's split it up. So let's make it, instead of making it for the money, let's make it for the money. So I spelled it FOR, right? Then I spaced it. and instead of THE, I put DHA. So you know how when you text and you put like the DA, you know what I mean? The H is like pretty much silent, but we put for the money. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now people's gonna rock with that because you hustle for the money, you rob, you steal, you work, you do everything in this world revolves around money. So whatever you doing in your life, you doing it for the money. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
once we came up with that concept, it was like, let's go from there. You know what I mean? So I reached out to this dude that was doing like screen hats and shit. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, the logo. So if you look at the logo right here, right? That's my first logo ever. That's the $, right? But if you look in here real close, you got an F in here, you got a D right here, and then the whole thing is a $. So that's the For the Money logo. All right. I reached out, I sketched a little crazy funny shit. I reached out to my man Lobo in California, right? Lobo touched it up a little bit, boom, boom, boom. He was like, yo, this is how it's gonna look fire. When I got that logo back from him, I had it on a piece of white paper. Now I still can't do nothing with this logo on a piece of white paper because I gotta get it digitized. I gotta do this, I gotta go that. Now this is probably a term that you didn't even know, right? So shout out to JP. Shout out to JP, Mr. Paul Wings. I reached out to him and I sent him a text. Mind you, I know Jonathan, I know JP from him coming to my block with Little Eddie's man. I don't want to get this dude's name. It's D with D.
Okay.
When Little Eddie used to come to the block with D and Jay, they used to always come to my crib when mommy played Loteria and they would chill on the block and shit. So JP, when I started seeing him doing his thing, I reached out to him. I sent him a text like, yo, I see you digitizing logos, blah, blah, blah. Without hesitation at all. He was like, send me the logo. I send him the logo. I had like 3 logos. He digitized all the logos and fixed all the logos. This is back in like 2014, 2015. He fixed all the logos into PDF files and JP files or whatever he fixed, right? Send them back to me. He's like, yo, now you could go out to these places and you got your shit digitized and now you could start making these hats. That's when I had my first run, was like in 2014, 2015. I went to some dude. He was doing regular embroidery. He started off with one machine. The dude started off with one machine. He would do my hats. I would come to the block. Everybody started showing love. Now all of my brothers is rocking this shit. You know what I'm saying? All of my brothers is pushing me. Again, we go back to Gil. And like these niggas was, Gil is the type of person that he saw the logo and I just saw it on shirts and hats. He saw the logo on sneakers, jean jackets, jean suits, windbreakers, car logos. He saw that. He's like, yo, I see that on everything I'm gonna wear or whatever I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put that logo on it. That's why I'm telling you, when it comes to brothers, I always gotta mention these dudes because they was like the reason that my shit just started going more higher. Yeah. Because now I got, not saying that I want to put in a good term so people don't take it weird, but when it comes to a billboard, you know how you go on Times Square and you look up and you see the big light billboard and it has your logo on it? All of my brothers that supported me from the beginning, those were my billboards. We were all walking billboards. Because every club that we went to, every bar we went to, wherever we went, we was rocking a For the Money hat or a shirt. And people would see that like, yo, what's that? That's your brand, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I started selling some hats. I started giving away some hats. You know what I'm saying? Then the shit started getting a little bit better. I went and bought my own machine with Nikki and Elvis. We started making a For the Money fucking hats on the hats and shirts. You know what I'm saying? Ourselves. Doing retarded weird shit. Sometimes one-on-one pieces. One-on-one pieces that you can never duplicate again. Yeah. But we was getting rid of them. And from there started the whole For the Money branch. All of that whole thing started, the whole For the Money branch since like 2000 and I want to say 2009 was the first existence of it, of the name. And then 2014, 15 was when I started really, you know what I'm saying, bringing this shit up. All of us started really bringing this shit up.
So where are you at with it now? You kind of slow
Well,
down, or you can do whatever you want?
well. Now these hats right here. This is another batch. This is my man. He just did a tag. My man A Boogie. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna do a little tag for you or whatever." I reached out to him. He did a little tag. I wanted some graffiti type shit. But this right here, I also had since like 2000 and I want to say 18. But I never really did nothing with it. Cause of the comedy shit. I don't know if you just want me to jump into that shit or you know what I
I
mean.
got
Like,
you. I got you. Don't worry, I got you.
so the story from the For the Money show and why I stopped doing everything has to do with all of that stuff. So if you want to take it, you know what I mean? Little
That was
by
the
little.
next. The next question is where what came first? You because you've been a funny nigga to me. You know. We always fucking were entertained by you in the crib when we was kids, teenagers, in our 20s. You was always a funny motherfucker. But I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. Did this start off with the white rice and pernil? Was that the first thing ever?
That was the first video ever.
Okay. I need to know how and when was that random? Did you and your wife sit down and plan that? Like what
No.
did she
None of
really
my
make that shit and you was tight?
none of my videos, thank God, none of my shit be sketched out. When it comes to doing skits or when it comes to little pharmacy rapping, it's never planned out. Like I can't grab a pen and a paper, not that I'm an illiterate or nothing, but I can't grab a pen and a paper and sit down and write out what I want to do. It's not gonna happen for me. Like the brain freeze and the thing, it's not gonna motivate me to do it. So that skit right there, that thing that me and my girl did was just regular. One day she cooked it, stupid. That video was on my page 3 months before anybody saw that video. It was on my page already. Mind you, I was at like 327 followers, which was all family and friends from the For the Money clothing. At that point, I had turned that page into a clothing page. All I was posting on there was me selling hats, everybody rocking my shit. Whoever rocked my hat, I would take a picture of them and put it on that page. That's how that page started. The For the Money page started with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The video, one day a dude hit me up. I always forget him, but he always manages to see all my videos and know that I'm talking about him. Right? So the dude sees the video and he hits me up and he says, "Bro, I'm gonna post this on my Facebook. I want to let you know I'm gonna repost it on my Facebook." So he's like, "Yo, this shit is gonna go crazy." So me, humbly, I tell him, "Yo, no doubt, my brother, do what you gotta do." But also in the back of my head, being humble, I'm like, whatever. Like, who are you to tell me this shit's gonna go crazy, right? From one day to the next morning, that video just went like that and just skyrocketed. I woke up the next day with like 10,000 followers.
That's crazy.
With that one video.
That's
and
crazy.
Mind you, I don't have a Facebook page at this time. I never had a Facebook page. I had an Instagram, but it was only for the money clothes. And I would always do my funny shits with Vine and all this stupid shit. I would always do like talking videos and funny shit always. But when that dude said that, bro, next day it really went. He's like, "Oh, I'm in the military. I have so many, people that this is gonna hit." And bro, I'm talking about, I think to this day, if I go back and really look it up, I think that one video probably did at least like a 30 mil clip. Like at least 30 million views, at least. That one video.
No, I remember.
And I shout out, like I said, I be forgetting his name. I follow him. He follows me still. So if he's watching this, he knows I'm talking about him. Because there have been multiple occasions that he'll be like, "Yo, I know you forgot my name, bro, but I know you're talking about me."
Why you can't remember the nigga name? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because it's his Instagram name. It's like pick it or something like that. But he knows that I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
And I always mention him, regardless of anything. He was the one that gave me that first repost on Facebook, and the shit went up. I didn't have a Facebook page. So the next day I'm at work, and my wife is calling me like, "Yo, your shit's going crazy on Facebook. Like everybody's reposting this." And now it's going crazy on Instagram. Everybody's reposting this. So now my Instagram is like, literally, I'm opening it. You know how you see where it says this person liked and then followers? And I'm talking about 500, 1,000 followers at a time. I would look at my phone like, holy shit. And it was just like all day. Bing, 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 bing. I had to mute my phone. I had to mute it.
That's love.
My
Man.
shit just kept going crazy and kept going up.
That's love right there. So
at
that's
that time
when,
I got.
So wait. So after that, then you started doing more natural things, or now you trying to be funny, or you already funny. So what? So how? What mindset? What mindset after that? What you like? Because I know that if it was me, right? Yeah. I would be like, okay, how can I be funny? So what kind of thoughts were you having at that point?
So at that time, I didn't want to be funny. I just wanted to be me. That's what's so funny and genuine about it. That to this day, I'm not funny. I'm just me. Like you said it. Off camera, when I'm at parties or when I'm at any places with y'all, I'm being me. I'm not being for the money. I'm not being a comedian. I'm being myself. So what I did with the opportunity, because it was an opportunity, right? What I did was that I went back down to my Instagram and I started putting all of my funny videos that only my family was seeing. Okay. Now I got 10,000, 15,000 followers. So now I'm putting all of my old videos and people seeing those videos because they knew people coming to my page. So they thinking it's new videos. Yeah. But these are just old shit that I had 6 months that I was doing on Vine. 15-minute clip, 15-second clips. And little by little, more and more people started grabbing to it. It wasn't until Funk Flex reposted me. And shout out, rest in peace, DJ K Slay. DJ K Slay reposted the Penny video. When Funk Flex reposted the Penny video, I'm talking about instantly. I went on 5,000, 10,000 followers. Instantly, after he reposted it. From there, that's when I was like, oh, now I ran out of material. Now let's just start doing crazy shit. Let's just start being me on cam. Now I don't gotta hide it. Now I don't gotta do it only with the family around. Now my family can see me through Instagram. But now all these new people that never knew me before is gonna see who I am in real life. You know what I'm saying? And I never did it for the money. To this day, I don't do it. It's funny because that's the brand. That was a plug-in. I never did it for the money. I never did it for clout. I never did it for nothing. My only thing was I did it for people who was going through stuff. When they turned on my Instagram, for that 60 seconds, their mind was off for anything else they were thinking about, whether it was hurtful stuff, sadness, good stuff, happy stuff. For that 60 seconds, I was making you laugh just watching that video. And that's what gave me motivation to keep pushing videos out. Keep pushing videos out.
No, and you know what's crazy, right? So now that you're going crazy, right? We're talking about back then. I got people sending me clips, and I'm going through my feed, and I can see like people going like I remember the Folk Flex. I remember people reposting it, and I'm like, oh, that's my nigga. And everybody's like, no, it's not. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go through this. That's what I like, coworkers and shit, and there's people that know me, and I'm like, yeah, that's my fans, and they're like, yeah, right, like, okay, whatever. So, because I'm not gonna explain the whole fucking situation.
Yeah.
So right now I think right now you at almost 50K. So
right now I'm at almost 50K. I've been almost at 50K for like the last year, like around the pandemic time. But the clothing kind of went down because I was focused on the videos a lot. So I didn't really, and with all the work and everything, I really didn't have time to, post a video, do clothing. I would always show up to any event or anything still rocking my clothes. I still to this day do stuff. I got the machines and everything at home. So I still do stuff to this day for myself. You know what I'm saying? It was something where I couldn't put all my eggs into that basket. I couldn't put them into that basket. I just had to stay focused. And I also didn't want to lose focus on I need to work for my family. Like I can't. This Instagram shit is not gonna, which was probably the wrong decision for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I shout out to everybody who does the Instagram shit only and are very successful. I applaud them and yo, kudos to them. But me, myself, I didn't feel like, yo, I could just quit all of my jobs now and just be Instagram famous, which was probably the dumbest thought I ever had. But I had to focus on my family. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, there's actually a living in that? You can actually make a living?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. There's people that I know that don't do nothing else but do Instagram videos, and they're really, really successful.
Because I know you linked up. I know you linked up with Tyler. You linked up with Ken. That's like the only two famous. Oh, and Tyler's girl. Oh, and I just want to let you know, and for the people that are listening, my personal favorite, and I don't give a fuck. We could argue from here to the end of fucking time. The Uber pool video for me is the fucking best. That shit is so fucking funny, bro. Because it looks so fucking genuine.
Yeah.
But at that time, there's no more Uber pool because the pandemic.
Yeah.
But at the time, because there's a lot of shit that you did that I was like, I'm not like it didn't. Don't get me wrong.
I don't get you wrong. You know why? Because that's what goes back to what I was saying earlier. Just because it didn't hit you, it hit another person that was going through something bad.
Yeah.
That just laughing for them 60 seconds, whether it was stupid or not. They wasn't thinking about what they was going through.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So when back then I was with my lady Marcy, I was dying all fucking day, and I had that shit on repeat on my phone because it looked like a real fucking Uber pool, right? And you niggas picked up a white bitch, and y'all was smoking the fucking hookah in the fucking Uber pool, and the shorty, Tyler's girl, I forgot her name, she go pick up a fucking, I don't know what she picked up, and Tyler's driving, and he seems so natural, and then the nigga in the back don't know English, till this day, my nigga, that's my favorite, bro. And then she said, and I'm saying that to this fat fuck.
Shout out to her, man. She came down from Philly to shoot that day. Shout out to Tyler, of course, but it's a couple people that I want to mention that I.
So let's start from the beginning. How and when? I want to know everything because that's my favorite. So I'm sorry, everybody, but it's my favorite. It's my show. I don't give a fuck. I want to know the creation of that whole fucking skit, bro.
All right, so Tyler pulls up. I met Tyler through Rafizi and through Sheedy, which is the girl that you saying is Tyler's girl, but she's not. They just do mad videos together.
Oh, okay.
Sheedy is the slim dark skin one that's in the front seat. So I met Tyler through Rafizi, which was my boy, which is my boy. Sorry. I met him through him. He came through my crib one day and he was like, yo, I got mind you, I was following Tyler from Tommy 5K and Ivan Manito. Like I was following from them. Yeah. So I would see Tyler doing a whole bunch of hookah videos. So from the first day I linked with Tyler, instantly, that nigga became my guy. You know what I mean? That was my dude. Still to this day, he's my dude. Shout out to him and all the success he's been having. You know what I mean? But we shot 2-3 videos that same night, and then a couple weeks later he came to the block and we shot a skit where we was in the store with the chopped cheese.
Yeah, with the white girl.
We shot that skit, and then we were still chilling on the block smoking, and he's like, yo, let's shoot another one. So it was me, Tyler, Eric, and Chidi, and that girl Isabella, right? He's like, yo, let's do the Uber pool video. So we get in the car, we freestyled that video the first 2 times, and then we kept doing it, and like the 3rd time, it started getting better, and we was like, yo, let's involve another person. So I reached out to my man Swag the Bad Man, which he was the one that we bought the so-called drugs from. They handed the drugs to her.
Yeah.
And we shot that shit right on my block, bro, and threw that shit up, and that shit went fucking crazy.
So I'm not the only one. That shit went crazy.
Oh yeah, that video hit. Definitely. That shit hit. So that's one of the best. That's probably one of the best videos that me and Tyler did. That video definitely hit. Because mind you, like you said, there's not too much Uber pool now. But back then, you would get in the Uber pool and you would have a person next to you that you didn't know who the fuck they were.
100%.
You didn't know what
100%.
you was gonna get into.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And most of the and you know, not to say it like this stuff, but most of the Uber drivers and most of the taxi drivers, you know, at one point were Dominicans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which the hookah came into play because of that. Dykeman hookah, you know what I mean? And Tyler's always with a fucking hookah, so that also came into fucking, you know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a fucking.
The Dominican that was like, yo, somebody tell me what this white bitch is saying. He's straight Spanish or he knows.
He's straight Dominican. He knows English, but I met him also that same day too. I met everybody except for Tyler and Sheedy. I met him that day right there on the spot, and we shot.
Yo, that shit was incredible. Yo, amazing. I love that shit, bro. So that's definitely good fucking job. Because to this day, bro, that shit, I love it, and that's why I waited till today to post it. Because you know, when I was doing the promotion, I was grabbing clips here and there.
Yeah.
But I knew that I was saving the best for last because that's my personal fucking favorite. And you know, it was just so natural, and you know, applause to everyone involved, man. That shit was amazing. So you got a couple of fans here that keep bringing up the music and keep bringing up the young pharmacy.
Little
you actually did real songs and real videos. So how serious are you with the rap shit?
Well, before we get into Little Pharmacy, I want to get back to those people that I was telling you about. I want to definitely give flowers to certain people that, you know what I'm saying, like when it comes to like the comedy shit, like of course, you know, like Tyler, Rafizi, I want to shout out Tommy 5K. Tommy 5K, I was a huge fan of Tommy 5K before I even did videos. I'm talking about when I had the For the Money brand, clothing brand, I literally got out my car and ran this dude down with a hat to give him a hat. Like, yo, I'm a super fan of yours, and I want to give you this For the Money hat. You know, not thinking that he was ever going to wear the hat. You know what I'm saying? But I gave him the hat because I was a super fan of his, and I wanted to show him, you know, I didn't have anything else to give him type shit. You know what I mean? But I gave him the hat. 3 days later, I get a clip on a YouTube interview, and he's wearing the hat. OD support, Tommy 5K, Ivan Manito. Those were like two of the first dudes that was, you know what I'm saying? Joselito the Puppet was actually the first person after the Penny video that shot a skit with me. The first person besides like my girl, Joselito the Puppet. Shout out Ken Star. Ken Star reached out to me when I had like 15K followers, and he was like, "Yo, let's work." And that's another person. Who
the homeless video.
Yeah, on the train.
Yeah,
that video crazy. That was the first time I hit World Star Hip Hop with Ken. That was the first time I ever did that shit. So shout out to Ken Star. Shout out to Yvonne, Tommy. Shout out to Imagine Comedy. Imagine Comedy and Ivan Manito was the first dudes that hit me up and was like, "Yo, you should do stand up." Like, Tommy hit me up one day, DM me and said, "Bro, you did a funny ass skit, but that sounds like a stand up skit. Like, you should really think about doing stand up." I didn't think I could do stand up, but him and Imagine Comedy gave me opportunities to go on stage for 5 minutes or 2 minutes and let off some of the material, which was always freestyle, you know, real life shit, you know what I'm saying? But it gave me the chance to step into that comedy world. And I'm forever grateful for them to even give me the opportunity to share stage with them. So I have to get that definitely out the way. Imagine Comedy, we did Caroline's. That was my last real stand-up show before the pandemic hit. And doing Caroline's, to me, was a huge accomplishment.
Hell yeah.
That was like the first time. That was like the first time that it was ever a whole Latin roster. From the host to all the comedians were all Latinos, and we sold out pretty much Caroline's. We sold that place out. So again, shout out to Imagine Comedy for giving me that opportunity.
No,
And
I really
everybody else
appreciate
that I mentioned and everybody else that I work with, y'all already know I could go down the list with so many people that I fucked with and I still fuck with to this day. And shout out to them. You know what I mean? I'm still fans of theirs, huge fans of all their work. And like I said, shout out to all of them. But now let's get back into what you was asking.
Little Pharmacy, what's up? You actually, you know, I can see that, you know, you just joking,
Yeah,
but I can tell that you actually serious about it though.
yeah. Now, Little Pharmacy is something that I created because back in the days, I'm talking about in the 2000s, I want to say, I had a little studio in the attic. I always rapped. You know, shout out to my cousin. We always rap. We always rap. We was
Which
always
cousin? No, no,
rapping.
no, no, no. You can't do that. You can't do that. Which cousin?
Jack, shout out to Jack.
Yeah.
Danny, shout out to Jack. We was always rapping. We was always rapping.
He's nice. He's nice too.
Yeah, always. The GOAT. That's the reason I was rapping. You know what I mean? Back in the days. That's the reason why I was rapping. But we used to always rap. It came a time where I was walking around with, you remember the booklets? Remember the booklets that you would put CDs in?
Yeah.
So I would walk around with one of those, and I would walk around with a little radio, right? And I will always have the double D batteries and shit, just in case my shit went out.
Yeah.
But I would want to battle whoever the fuck came through the block. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted a rap battle. We would chill outside, we would smoke, we would drink, and I would just start freestyling. That goes back to what I was telling you. I can't write a rhyme for nothing. I'm not trying to be Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. I'm not trying to be nobody. I can't sit down and write a rhyme on a phone, on a paper, nothing.
No way.
Everything is always here. Whether I write in my head, I'm not going to tell you I go into the booth and everything comes out flying. No, but everything is built in here. And I just, you know, I rap. So I always loved to rap. I always loved it. So when I started doing the comedy shit, I didn't want to be one of these Instagram niggas that was like, oh, I got the opportunity to start rapping now because people following me. Now, instead of being a funny nigga, I'm going to just start being a rapper. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So for Halloween, I said, you know what? I'm going to dress up as a mumble rapper, right? So that was the first time I ever brought Little Pharmacy out. So I got the dreads. I painted the dreads different color. I got the joggers, the tight joggers that these rappers were wearing. I got the little fucking fanny pack. I got everything that a mumble rapper was, you know, their whole persona, their whole style, the jewelry, everything.
Yep.
But I always wanted to stay true to my roots. So I'll never be a mumble rapper. I will always rap like I was from that era. You know what I'm saying? That real rap. So I was like, you know what? I did like 1 or 2 freestyles with him. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep it Little Pharmacy. So anything that I do with rapping, it's always going to be Little Pharmacy. If I do a show, which I've done, hosting, and I'm a rap, I'm going dressed as Little Pharmacy for the whole night. It's no changing in the locker room. It's no going on. No. It's you book Little Pharmacy to host a gig and to be there, I'm coming as Little Pharmacy. So I kind of built this persona of a person, you know what I'm saying, as somebody different. And everything that I do when it comes to like rap, bro, I did SOBs, my nigga. I did SOBs as Little Pharmacy, bro. Shouts out to them boys, them BX boys, man, Rough Riders. Shout out to them. Shout out to Christian Dior. Like, I did SOBs, bro, as Little Pharmacy.
That's
like,
crazy.
That shit was an OD big accomplishment. But when it comes to the part as I'm just joking, I say that because I'm just joking, bro. Like, I'm rapping and I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and it sounds good. So that, you know, that's what people tell me. It sounds good. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make a career out of it. I'm not trying to say I'm a rapper now. But I just do it because I just want to joke around with him. And that's why I never, yo, I don't want, a lot of people been telling me, like, yo, just fuck the gimmick, bro. Take the braids off and just fucking rap. Like, just rap. And I don't want to do that. I want to just stay with the character. I want Little Pharmacy to become, you know, something. God forbid one day I could drop a mixtape with them and people start fucking with it. You know what I mean? But Little Pharmacy is just something that I do. I swear to God, when I say I'm just joking, bro, it's just a fucking joke. Like,
No,
probably you think the rap.
I love it though. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. A lot of people fuck with it, man. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, when these people see the way I'm dressed, they're gonna laugh and they're gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? But when they see when I rap, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, like, why are you even wearing that type of clothes? Because I'm not rapping like a mumble rapper. I'm rapping like a nigga who really spits. You know what I mean?
No, it's fucking dope. But
I love music. I love music, bro. I
no,
love
it's fucking
rap.
amazing.
I love music. I love
and
music.
let's go back to the stand up for a minute. What like you said? Imagine. I know I got the because I went to one of your shows.
Yeah. Imagine Comedy was the host of that show.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
the
yeah.
host.
I met him and you were the
Yeah,
Evo Lounge.
yeah.
And you know what you know when people told you to do it, you know, obviously I'm pretty sure, you know, like when I had the idea to do this, I
Yeah.
was fucking shitting in my fucking pants. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So was it the same? Were you confident? Were you scared, nervous, what?
The only place I was ever scared on stage was the place that I should have never been on scared, which was Caroline's. Because leading up to Caroline's, every show that I did with Imagine was being sold out and people were fucking with my comedy. Like, that's when I knew I could really fuck with the stand-up shit. The first show, I was nervous before I got on stage, and my first show was on Valentine's Day. I did a Valentine's specials with Imagine. We did it at Ohana's by Havana Cafe. It's like a little small venue. And we did it there. Sold out. Sold out. You couldn't fit a person in the place, bro. And that was my first show. It's on YouTube, actually. That was my first show ever I did. Getting up on stage before, of course, I had fucking nausea and all of this shit. Leading up to walking on stage, I'm eating a honey bun. The minute I got on stage and I grabbed that microphone, it's like being in front of a camera. It's like I was born to do this shit. So, and I never spoke nothing that didn't exist. I guess that's the part of the comedy that's even better. That everything that I spoke about is like true life experiences that I'm living, like my family, my wife, reason we not married, like funny shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like I was never scared to do any stand-up shows because at the end of the day, I knew I was just being myself on stage as well. You know what I mean?
No, that's fucking no. It's beautiful because.
But if it wasn't for Tommy and it wasn't for Imagine reaching out, I don't think I would have ever did stand-up. So that's why I give them their props every single time I talk about even doing stand-up. I always give them their props.
Do you have anything coming up with those brothers, or right now everything's still on standstill?
Well, right now, because of the way my job just shifted, my whole shit just shifted. Before I had Saturday and Sundays off, I could flex my schedule. I could do whatever I wanted to do. I had shows that I could do with them whenever, you know, they were always, to this day, Imagine does, if you ever want to see dope comedy on a Monday and you're not doing shit, you want to go and support, he's at Havana Cafe every single Monday. He has comedy night every single Monday. Every single Monday. So I could go there whenever I want, and I'm pretty sure he'll give me 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it is, because that's the type of, you know, dude he is. So I could do it, but as far as the way my schedule changed, I got Wednesdays and Thursdays off now, and it's like I get out of work at 11 o'clock at night. You know, there's not too many venues that want to see comedy at fucking 11, 12 at night. At that time, you're already preparing to, you know, start the club and shit. So it's a lot of opportunities that I lost with switching the jobs, but it's something that it can always come back. You know what I mean? It could always.
No. You guys don't know.
Come right back.
The priority is the 32 BJ because that's Union and that's Future. So,
yeah.
You know, we're about to wrap it up. I got a few more questions. How did you embrace and how did you feel with all the attention? Like, you know, did you want it? Did you not want it? Because some people act different when they get 50, you know, 40, 30K. Like, you know, do people recognize you in the street? Do you were you shy or did you just take it all and embrace it?
To me, it was cool. It was humbling. Period. It was humbling. There's not a person that follows me that saw me in person that'll be like, yo, let's take a pic, and I denied them. Or I even acknowledge when they're like, yo, I fuck with your shit. I've always told them I appreciate you. Thank you for everything because, like I said, I never did it for the money. I always did it just to make people laugh. I still do it just to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? So of course I couldn't let it get to my head, bro, because that shit wasn't paying my bills, my nigga. So I couldn't be like, yo, I made it. Like, I'm not gonna talk to these niggas. Who are you? I'm up. I got the bag. No, I was still a regular person. I'm still a regular dude who wakes up every day and goes to work. I see people on the train all the time that recognize me. And the one good thing about that Penny video, bro, the impact that it had, the reason it had that impact was because every Spanish, whether it's young or old, could reflect to that video.
Hey,
The fact that
my mother, because that's my mom's is like my teacher. She told me how to make food. She's always, you know, her and my aunts when we was kids, and my grandmother when she was here, she was able to cook. I ain't never, ever had fucking pernil with white rice. Never.
It's always arroz con gandules.
My mom's is in here. Hey, your moms. Would you make pernil with white rice?
Yo, but mind you, when pernil is something that we usually do like parties, and it's not something that you come home to during the week and, you know, oh, it's un pernil, you know,
No.
It's always for like special occasions or parties and stuff like that.
Nigga, it takes like 3-4 hours to make.
And every time I had it, I always had it the same way. That's why it hit older and younger people. Because the older Boricuas and the older the Dominicans is moro de guandule. It's the same thing. It's arroz con gandules, moro de guandule. They just call it different. But for them, it's pretty much the same shit. So it hit everybody just for that simple fact.
So let me go back. And I know we already talked about this, but I need to understand.
Yeah.
So you were working and you come home and Saibi really made white rice with pernil. She really did that.
Nah, it was leftover pernil from her mom's crib.
Okay.
That she brung over.
Okay.
Leftover. It was like leftovers that her mom's had made the day before.
Okay.
She brung leftovers to the crib, and then she whipped up a quick rice to go with it.
White rice.
So when I saw the rice, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I would have rather eat the pernil by itself or in a sandwich.
Yo.
You know
But wait. But why that's never happened to me? I've never, because you know, I've been to all your family gatherings, and you need the tata potato salad, macaroni, the pernil, but you always take the yellow rice and the gandula with you. I've never even seen that shit.
No, it was gone. It was gone, so she couldn't bring none. All she brought back was leftover pernil from her mom.
So she wasn't trying to be funny either.
No.
She really said, you know what? It's a fucking Tuesday. Let me just make sure my husband's gonna eat. And you really said
innocently.
And you really said, let me go get my phone. Hold up.
No, I really called her and barked at her first. And she was like, yo, I have to record this because it's like, how you spazzing on somebody for food? like how you gonna spaz on me? And what she's saying in the background was literally true. She's like, so why you didn't order Chinese food? Like, you should have ate chinos. Why you buying me for?
So she said, so don't eat it.
Yeah, so don't eat it. Yep. That's why it was all genuine, bro. That and not to go crazy, boy. My second viral video was the shit with my sister when she was smoking the Reggies in my crib. That video,
I remember that.
And that was literally true shit. It was happening right there in my kitchen. She was smoking the Reggies with the seeds popping. It was
wait. What about pop?
That's it. It was no fabricated shit. It was literally seeds popping and shit. She was smoking Reggies, and the shit just took off. It's genuine shit.
Yo, that's fucking it's the best. When it's natural like that, it's the best, bro.
That's it. It's like when it comes to the music with Little Pharmacy, bro. I could go to the studio, sit in the studio, listen to beats, and just be like, yo, you know what? Let me go in the booth and just see what I come up with. You know what I mean? Now it's easier.
It's been a I love and let me tell the people when I started my show, I called my brother right away and I asked him, I said, yo, you know, Not because you're already a fucking hit, and not because you're already a sensation, but I want you on my show because people are gonna want to have you on their show because I seen you do interviews before, and people are gonna want to talk to you for the money, and they're gonna want to talk to this. My show is I don't care about who I interview. I don't know where this is going. I don't know how big it's gonna get. If I interview fucking Jay-Z, if I interview fucking Nas, I'm gonna follow my protocol. And my protocol is where did it start? Where did it go? And I'm gonna go step by step. It's like a timeline. And I treat every interview the same because I want to get to know the person. And I guarantee you, people that know for the money, people that know you for the skits, they don't know the story about your pops. They don't know the story. So this is why I give the platform to my friends. Bro, I grew up with JP. Yeah. I didn't know half the fucking. I didn't know that nigga was decorating fucking cupcakes.
Yeah.
And crazy. This is why I'm giving. I give my friends.
You didn't know I had 3 kids, nigga.
I didn't know you had 3 kids. Life. I thought you had 2.
Look at that. You didn't even know that.
I swear to God, I had no idea.
But nah, yo, Ab, I want to shout you out. I don't know if you got any more questions. I don't want to get off. If you have more, I'm not trying to cut you off or nothing, but I want to tell you that from the first phone call when you called me and you was like, yo, what do you think I should do? Like, we spoke about it. I wasn't giving you tips or nothing. It was just like, be yourself. And I got to honestly, bro, say that, seeing the other interviews was cool, but you interviewing me, bro, I told you from the beginning, yo, you got to do your homework on the people you're going to interview. You know what I mean? Because you can't just go into an interview not knowing. But you surprised me with this interview. I'm going to keep it 100%, bro. You surprised me because you hit topics that, honestly, I didn't even know that you really, would go into that, those topics. And, bro, I really, really thank you for that, bro. Because, again, like you saying, it gave me a chance to show all the followers that I'm a normal motherfucker and I go through a lot of fucking shit. You know what I mean? Went through a lot of shit. And I'm really surprised at the questions that you had, bro. I thought it was going to be actually a shorter interview, but it's kind of like it was real good, bro, going back and forth. And, the questions you was asking, bro, it was like you definitely got, everything out of For the Money and everything out of Chubbs that, you know what I mean? That the people would like to know about me. You know what I'm saying?
No, but and let me tell you something. When we spoke earlier this week, you asked me. Yeah. You was like, yo, you got my questions ready? And I didn't have nothing ready.
And you cut me off, though. I know you. I remember that because I asked you, I said, yo, you doing your homework, you better Google me. And you was like, nah, I'm not. And
but let me, and you know what? I'm going to let you know how this works. And this is 100% truth. I don't want people to think that I go and I use 3 hours. Yo, I go to my notes on my iPhone, right? And I do like the first 3 or 4 or
Don't
5
give
questions.
them the sauce.
No.
Don't give them the sauce.
No. I'm not gonna give them I'm not giving them all the sauce, but I just want to let them know that I sit down and I think about the person, right? Yeah. And I'm like, all right, my nigga Chubbs. And I go and I reflect back that moments that we had, things that I saw, experiences that we had. And I go like this, I want to know about that. I want to know about that. Like, there was no way we were going to talk and I don't mention that fucking house. It's impossible.
Yeah, of course.
Impossible.
And you shocked me with this. You shocked me with the speech because I remember you walking in on Thanksgiving. I remember you walking in, and I remember all of us being at the table. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was our first Thanksgiving away from the house.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And mind you, to us, that was a big deal because we hosted Thanksgiving. We had things that we would do when we was growing up that was like rituals that had to stay the same way.
Yeah.
So, Easter was always in my aunt Tita Alicia's house. Since we were little kids, we would always jump on a train with our fly fucking gear on, and we would always go to Queens to spend it over there.
Yeah.
New Year's, Christmas Eve, things like that were always in Tita Huila's crib. Always in Tita Huila's crib. And then, like, Thanksgiving, since my house was, you know, the living room was the biggest, we could fit all the family at once. So Thanksgiving would always be in my crib. You know, back in the days, it was in Titigare's house. You know, when, you know, rest in peace, Daddy was alive. You know, all of us would go over there for Thanksgiving. But, you know, then it started, you know, she moved to PR, whatever, and then it started being in my crib. But, you know, we had the space. We would fit no matter who came. And Annette and Kayla and everybody, Becky, everybody will say that they would show up with guests. I would invite people that mommy ain't know was coming. And it was never, oh my God, like, we got so much people here. It was always food for every single body, and everybody was always welcome in that house. You
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So us leaving that house and doing it in an apartment, which was smaller, you know what I'm saying? It was still where we had people sitting on sofas at the end of the fucking living room, in the kitchen, in the rooms, but everybody was able to eat. Everybody was able to still.
No, you know, but you know what was legendary?
What?
That when me and Annette broke up, right?
Yeah.
And I got married, and I had and I had AJ. I took AJ and Marcy to the crib, and now it's still love, and people to this day, they don't understand, like, how the fuck, bro, because Annette's family, right, and you obviously you're a part of that.
Yeah.
I got with Annette in '91. I was about 15 years old, right, and even though that played me, because Annette's man before was Jimmy, and that nigga was big. He looked like a real fucking man, right? So here I come, 15 years old, I weigh 120 pounds, and Awita was like, ese tu novio. So she sunned me. But
you know,
that
Tita
woman
never had a filter, bro. You heard?
That woman always showed me love.
She never had a filter, though. Tita Wila never had a filter.
Nigga, she told me, who the fuck is this little nigga, bro? This nigga, yo, 15. I'm a little fucking 120-pound kid, and, you know, but even though, you know what I'm saying, the point is that your family to this day, like I said, Becky, when I started my show, I always seen Becky in the timeline. You know, I always, you know, I see people, you know, my sister. Bro, Vanessa is my sister.
Yeah. Yo, bro.
Let me say that again. Wait. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
Vanessa is my sister. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't give a fuck about no blood. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, nigga. When people are around, my friends, her friends, that's my brother, and I'm like, that's my sister. I don't give a fuck. It's a fact.
So that's your favorite? You just said it like that, quick? That's your favorite?
Whoa. Wait a minute. Without a shot of a doubt.
You put me in this spot. You put me in.
Bro, I love it. Put it this way. I pick Vanessa over Annette. Like, in that, I can give you the order. Are we talking about we that's kids?
No.
I could break it down. I have a whole order, nigga. But no. But Joey's my. I'm godfather to one of Joey's kids.
Yeah, I know that.
Eddie is my fucking heart. That's my nigga. You know, and I got him on the show. Eddie's coming. He has his own episode, so Eddie's coming. You know, Gracie, you know, she lives in fucking Scotland, so we never see her. But, you know, Gracie's my nigga, and Annette, obviously. But me and Vanessa see each other more because of her kids, and because AJ loves being in her house and loves being with those with her. Those are his cousins. This is, and I'm trying to. I want people to understand. My current marriage son is close to my ex. I don't know how to say it, but so
that's one thing. That's one thing too that I applaud you on, because as far as you and Annette being together, I remember all of that stuff you talking about. I remember Kayla being born, and then I remember y'all not being together no more. But I never remember not seeing you.
Nah, but we don't play that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we don't play that.
I don't remember Kayla not having her pops in the family or around. So it's like y'all broke up, co-parented and still stood best of friends, and you was always around. It's not like you left and then came back 10 years later. And no, like I always saw you around, so it's like you never left the family. You feel me? You was always there.
And that's why me and Marcy. I don't know if you saw the episode with me and Marcy, but I'm trying to teach and I'm trying to show people it does not have to be toxic, bro. Why? You know, unless, and you know what? If it's violent, fuck it, call the cops, whatever. But it doesn't have to be that way, bro, because we not together. But you know what? Kayla is my daughter to this day. There's what I'm gonna do? Oh, we broke up. Take your daughter with you? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And me and Marcy broke up. AJ's in my house right now. Me and Marcy just came from the fucking mall, having dinner, buying AJ clothes for tomorrow, because, bro, co-parenting is everything. You need to do it, bro. You know, I could have been mad. Here, take the money, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Nah, bro, we're not doing that. But I really didn't have no more questions. That was that you actually you actually stopped me at the right time. But the only thing I would say is, you know, what's next for the money? What's next for Young Pharmacy? What's next for the comedian stuff? So
all right, so for the money, I just dropped these hats right here. I got a couple flavors. I actually only did like 24 hats, 2 dozens. I really wasn't gonna push them like that, but everybody's telling me to start, you know, to bring them back out. So
yeah, I need one.
I got you. I'ma definitely do a couple more hats and shit. Little Pharmacy, I got 2 tracks in. I'm working on a little, probably 5 to 7 song, little like mixtape or EP or whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Picante Gang. Those are my guys right there. So I'm definitely gonna try to work with them to make that, you know, possible. And I'm gonna just keep doing little videos here and there whenever I got time. Just try to stay, you know, in the loop, and hopefully I could get back on stage and do the comedy shit. You know what I mean? But as far as anything else, I'm just looking forward to seeing my son graduate and watch that nigga take me the fuck out of work. Pretty much. But other than that, man, yo, Ab, I appreciate you, bro. I love you. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Episode 12 is in the books, goddamn.
Yeah, yes, sir. Woo! And we definitely gonna lock in. And
2 hours, by the way. You broke the record. I've never had a 2-hour episode. Never.
That's what's up.
Never had a 2-hour episode.
You did your thing, bro. You did your thing, man. You're gonna keep getting better and better. And I hope to see you on another platform where you got your own little studio set up.
That's the plan, baby. That's the plan.
You doing instead of on Instagram Live, you doing it side to side on your YouTube page. You know what I mean?
And when that happens, you coming back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here to support whatever you need, my brother. I got you.
Thank you, bro.
You can always count on me, my man.
Thank you.
All right? I love you, bro. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Look, Gilbert got fired just for watching this interview, bro. That's crazy.
Yo, Gil, I'm gonna put it on YouTube, bro. Don't get fired,
nigga. yo, put that on the list. And don't forget Bronx Sauce. Make sure you follow it. Bronx Sauce.
Becky doing her thing.
And put that on the list. You gotta give Becky an interview when she starts popping. You heard?
You heard?
Before she starts popping. Yo, I love you, bro. Thank you.
One love.
All right.
Peace.